What got you guys in the business, like originally?
My husband Terry, who's my co-partner in this business, he started in the Coast Guard. He worked on the Coast Guard cutter in the Boston area.
What's the cutter?
It was called the Coast Guard Cutter Sherman.
Okay.
Yeah, in 1974, I believe it was. And so he started in the engine room. And prior to that, he worked for his uncle out in North Adams in his auto repair garage when he was a teenager. So his love of auto repair, engines, and motors just kind of grew from there.
So he's like always been in it.
Always been in it, yeah. And when he left there, he started working for Tracy Subaru when he was in his early 20s. Decided one day, he came home and told me he wanted to open up his own shop. So we worked at home for a couple of years while we're in the process of purchasing this shop in Mashpee.
How does that? So working in your own home, is it kind of? Do you have to get a license, get all like the registration, or was it kind of?
We were pretty lucky. We didn't have many neighbors.
Oh, so you guys,
So we did it kind of on, knowing that we had put a purchase sales price on this building here. And so we were just kind of temporary there. So our neighbors were really good to us and the town was really good to us. So we just kind of stuck out there for a couple of years and then transferred into this shop, which was quite a shock because we weren't on a main road. And then once we came on a main road, then all of a sudden there was day-to-day phone calls and business and everything you had to do.
which is nice.
Yeah.
Nice change.
Yeah, because at home you were pretty isolated.
And is it the home that you worked in? Is it the same home you live in now?
Yeah, yeah. We live in Sandwich, and we're only a couple of miles away. But my husband passed this building for I don't know how many times, and he came home one day and says, "I want you to see something." Put me in the car, drove down here, and this shop was abandoned, and it really looked bad. And it was probably abandoned for about 5 years. The doors were boarded up and everything. So I said, "Really, you want to purchase this?" He goes, "Yep, I want to purchase this. It's going to be called Mr. T's Auto Repair." And I'm like, "Okay." Started the ball rolling, and we just kind of went from there. I've been here for 31 years now.
Wow, that's nuts just to see like an abandoned building to have that vision, and then today here it is.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's changed a little bit, but not too much. I mean, we took the gas pumps out that were here when it was the original Mashpee garage. We still have some of the old people still come by and see us. We had the previous owner stop by, and he's passed away now. But
was he thrilled to see the building?
He was.
Back
He was ecstatic.
Especially since was it a gas station previously? Before?
It was Mashpee Garage, and it had the
okay.
gas, and people kind of hung out here with their coffee and donuts and chatted about the politics and everything else that went on in Mashpee. And but it kind of just grew from there, and people still come by and say, "Oh, I remember this place," and so it's kind of fun.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. So if you can talk a little bit about the present day, I guess. I mean, as an auto body shop, obviously you work on cars, but maybe anything specialized or.
Yeah, I mean, cars have come so fast from the 30 years we've been here. Before it was doing tires and doing brakes. Now you have everything that's basically electronic, computerized. You have internet type of things in your car. You have networks in your car now. So my husband and our technician Jonathan, our foreman here, they have been going to training for 25, 30 years, through the course of my husband's life too. So times have changed. We do diagnostic repairs now, which relates to check engine lights and those hard to do type of things. So we do a lot of emission repairs and diagnostic repairs. When a person's check engine light comes on and they've gone to dealerships or other garages and they're at a point where they can't find anyone, we do those hard to resolve problems. And that's kind of what my husband is noted for, is figuring out the difficult, problems to repair. We're an emissions repair certified shop. So if you go to an emissions station and get a sticker and you fail that sticker, you have to come to an emissions repair shop to have it done so the state sees that it's been done properly. That's what we do. So there's not many in on the Cape, and there's not many in the state, and you have to be trained twice a year. You have to go continual classes, and that's what we kind of go to, is doing the diagnostic.
What's emissions? What is that? Is that kind of a level? Or?
Yeah, it's called an L1 license, and you have to be L1 certified through a auto repair type of degree. It's called ASE. And ASE stands for Automotive Service Excellence. And my husband is a master certified technician, and Jonathan is too. our foreman. So they both have gone to ASC courses in different levels. So they're master certified, and my husband's L1. And the L1 is to repair emission failures. So if you go get a sticker and you have that dreaded check engine light on,
Right.
that's what they go to training for.
Figure out what the
Yeah.
problem is. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to talk a little bit of
Sorry, did you need to jump in on something? Oh,
He's just watching me, so he's going to make fun of me.
No, no, I just don't want to be in the way here.
yeah, if you want, I mean, again, I think the biggest thing, if we can talk about what makes Mr. T's different than the rest of the
Yeah, okay.
bunch.
I think we're different from a lot of different repair shops because we have that training. We have diagnostics tools. We get the manufacturer's tools. So I don't go online and buy the $99 scan tool. Our scan tools run into the thousands of dollars. We have software systems that we have to pay royalty fees to once a year. And we have almost every one of those software systems, scan tools. We've been doing that for about 20 years now. And it's called Onboard Diagnostics. That's what OBD 2 stands for. And that is what's changed the way cars are now. So everything now is digitalized, electronic, computerized. And so if you think you're going down the street and someone's check engine light comes on, I can tell you how fast you went. I can tell you when you slow down. That's how police can kind of redo their crime scene if there was an accident. So I can tell you that with all the computers that we have.
That's
So
neat.
it's kind of cool,
Yeah.
And I think because my husband enjoys it and Jonathan, our foreman, enjoys it, it's something that they just progressively learn about. So, and every time I turn around, I have to go get a new scan tool because something has changed in, let's say, the Chrysler world or the Honda world. And we work almost on every car here. So we don't differentiate from just working on one model and one brand. We do most everything.
Cool.
So, and then we do brakes, which are now very electronic. So it isn't just putting pads and rotors on. You have to take the scan tools and you have to tell the brake system that it's got new brakes on it, that it's electronic. We do a lot of ABS problems, anti-lock brake systems. We do a lot of that. That's all computerized. So we have to retrain the car after we've taken those parts off
With the computer system.
with
yeah,
the
so it's-
computer. Yeah.
How does your husband, and the other people work here, do they enjoy that kind of progress? That cars are not just,
Yeah,
they're becoming more computerized.
yeah, they do. It's a challenge. It's a big challenge to stay on top of because as soon as you think you have something resolved or solved or know about, they'll change it the next year or two to the next new model. So if you have a 2010 or 2012 Honda Accord in 2015-16, they've already changed it. So then you're into the next new world of the computer and the electronics. Like in some cars, when you have to change their oil, there's not a dipstick. So a Mercedes or a BMW, you have to take a scan tool and then talk to the car to find out how much oil's in the car. So same with transmissions.
How would you check that if you weren't as a mechanic? If you're just a regular, you couldn't.
You couldn't.
Wow.
You can't do it by yourself.
That's annoying.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what kind of the car manufacturers are going to these cars now that people can't work on them on their own garage. You can even check your own oils in some different makes and models, and that's what's frustrating people. But I think when a person goes out and purchases a brand new car, you should probably do a little homework, just saying, does it have this system in it? Does it have spare tire, or is it run flat tires, which means there is no spare tire? So a lot of people don't. I probably want to know that for whatever reason because it gets very costly, and other people are just they want to know what they're getting into when they purchase a new car.
Right. Cool. So do you have any questions you got?
Oh, that's
much?
pretty crazy though about does it, because of those new, the way that manufacturers are building the cars now, is that a decision from the manufacturer that they want the cars serviced more by service? Is there something,
The
is there
manuf-
communication there?
Yeah, the manufacturer wants you to go back to them. They want you to be their forever customer. And when your car gets 4 or 5 years old, they want you to then purchase another car of the same brand, and so on. They want you to be a loyal customer, which is fine, but most people don't have the means or the time to go to a dealership, or they think they're too expensive. And that's why we kind of stay in the trade of keeping up with the knowledge, the technology, so we can be more of that person to go to versus going to always to a dealership. And there's nothing wrong with a dealership. It's just that people just tend not to go back there after they purchased a car after a couple of years. But the manufacturer has lost money, so they make these little annoyances for all of us you can't check your oil without a scan tool,
That's pretty crazy.
you know. And it's like if you purchased, let's say, a window motor, and you had to put your own window motor in, and let's say that you could do that, and it doesn't work after you put it in. You have to have a scan tool to tell the car that you put a new window motor in order for that window to go up and down. So it makes
Amazing.
technology difficult in the auto repair world now.
Right. Well, it's kind of nice because it makes you guys more valuable versus, not that people
Yeah.
shouldn't learn about their own mechanic stuff, but it's nice that
Yeah.
there's more of a need now.
Well, I think we invite people into the shop, to show them that, because sometimes, let's say, you're an elder customer and you don't have the means of researching that type of thing and you don't know anything about it. They're saying, oh, person's trying to oversell me, overcharge me, but that's truly what they have to do. You have to take the computer, sync it to that new motor and make it work,
Oh, that's super valuable actually, because there is that awful stigmatism of
Yep.
unclarity between mechanics,
Yeah.
and because you're at the mercy of someone else's
Yeah.
knowledge, and so it is nice when you can have that relationship where you can say, "Come on."
Yep. I actually invite them in here,
That's
and
cool.
we get the lift, the car up on the lift. I actually invite, and actually enjoy that, because I'm the layman term person of explaining a car, where my husband and Jonathan are the technical people. So sometimes you either get too technical or too, I'm too way down here. Not that I don't consider myself not to know everything about the car, but when I look at my husband or Jonathan, I'm going, you tell them now the technical portion of it, but keep it simple, so people can relate to it.
Well, I think, I always appreciate the layman terms of it.
Yeah.
From
yeah.
From my
And I've always enjoyed that, especially people more female, one-on-one with a female, and you're just talking about why you need tires, and you bring them in here, and the tire's bald, and they want to how did it get bald, and I can tell them that, so it's cool, but I like it. I like that part of it where you can bring people in here,
Great.
it's more hands-on.
Yeah.
More
Awesome.
hands-on.
Maybe if you have just as a final statement, not I guess talking about the passion or why you guys really enjoy being here, being a local business or
Yeah.
working in Mashpee Sandwich area. If you want to just
Sure. Sure.
summarize that. I know
Yeah.
it's kind of a lot to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm past president of the Mashpee Chamber of Commerce. And when I first moved into the town of Mashpee, I didn't really know anybody. So I got involved in the community, got involved with the senior center and the town hall and, the garden down the street, which is a hobby of mine. And my husband and I really just liked the town of Mashpee. They opened us with open arms. And then we live in Sandwich. And it's funny, when you work in a place, you tend to lose grasp of where you live. So I started getting involved in the Sandwich Chamber of Commerce and got to know a lot of the people in the village of Sandwich. Is so beautiful. I've been living here for 30-something years and just really never took in that beauty. But the people are just as great. And so I think just being involved in the community says a lot for a business, but also too, I think people give to us every single day doing their car repairs. We give back to the kids, the seniors, and that's what we enjoy. That's what we enjoy.